Hi, this is Clarence the Jeep. Thanks for joining me once again on the rough road to Ouray. This is part 2 of a 4-part series. I hope you enjoy it. Now be sure to subscribe to our channel, Clarence the Jeep, and be sure to like the video and also click that little bell. That way every time we place new video about Colorado, or anywhere for that matter, on our channel, you'll be alerted and you can check it out. Now we're below tree line here, and having come off of Engineer Pass, we found this road, Rough Road to Ouray. It had an arrow. It didn't say Rough Road, but we figured it might be. So we went ahead, made the turn, headed on out. Road still doesn't look very challenging. Maybe it'll stay this way the whole distance. Oh, there's a little cabin. Well, I don't think that's an old mining cabin, although it may have originated as one. Might be a hunter's cabin. Maybe it used to be. I don't see a door and I don't see windows, and the porch is gone. Oh, which way to go? Oh, I don't know if this is the right way, but I'm going to give it a try. A little rougher than if I would have gone straight, but that's okay too. I think this road, section of the road, is going to tie in with that main smoother part again. So maybe we were just looking for a little bit more of a challenge and maybe a different view. Yep, here's where the road comes in. Ooh, you can see those aspens off in the distance up to the right. That bright gold, blazing gold, yellow. It's just beautiful. Still a couple puddles left from the rain the other night, but most of the road's dried out. I don't really expect to run into much in the way of mud or anything like that. As I said in part 1 of this 4-part video, boy, you'd think you'd see some animals out here, some critters, mule deer, elk, goats, antelope, something. But nothing. I'm sure they're around somewhere, hiding out. I gotta slow down for a little spot where it looks like water had washed along across the road. We're gonna lose a little bit of altitude here. Slow down for a rough spot. Yeah, rocky rock. Tipping back and forth. Passing the shade of a tree. You can see a big pile of residue of some sort far up on the right. I'm guessing that's something left over from a mine that was here many, many years ago. I don't remember why I stopped here. Probably had to take a drink of coffee or drink of water or something. But here we go again. Around a big boulder and a relatively tight curve. And some rocks. And a rock and roll over the rocks. Boy, mountainside's beautiful. It looks like we're going to continue to lose altitude. Let's ease off to the left here to see if we can miss some of those rocks. Bumpity bump bump. Now there's another spot. Looks like water has tried to wash out the road. So we'll go through this little ditch with no problem. Head on down the trail. This is probably the roughest spot we've hit so far. Nothing that's going to slow down our progress. Oh, maybe a little bit there. Rocky, but it looks like there's a smoother section up ahead. I hope you're enjoying part 2 of the rough road to Ouray, heading down from Engineer Pass. Quick commercial here. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, Clarence the Jeep. Clarence is going to be posting more videos in the days coming of his adventures, mainly out in Colorado. Yeah, a little rutted here. Some rocks. We'll just take it easy. For those of you that might be curious, Clarence, which is my Jeep's name, Clarence is basically a stock 2016 Jeep Wrangler. The only thing that's been done was a few cosmetic enhancements, let's call them, and oversized tires. Suspension's still the same, nothing else changed. So this just shows that Jeeps are very capable of making it across these mountain passes. We got a steep drop off to the left there. Bunch of aspens. Oh, they're beautiful. I just can't get enough of them. And the forest begins to close in a little bit. More aspens. Boy, this area here with all these willows, boy, you'd think that'd be prime moose territory. Although they do like the bottomlands where there's some water, but still there's a lot of good vegetation here for them to feed on. Oh, come on, you guys. Step out in front and show me one of you. But nothing. As we pass the willows and head back into the forest. Ooh, really bumpy rocky here. The forest is going to open up just a little bit. Beautiful view off to the left. Somewhat of a shelf road, and another puddle from rain a few days ago. Narrows, a little scraping on the sides of the branches. But stay in the middle of the trail, you get fewer scratches. Quite a bit of rock fall here. I wonder if that's part of an avalanche chute, or just rocks falling from gravity and erosion. Yeah, some big rocks along here. Just creep along. Take it easy. Well, it looks like we're past the worst of that rocky spot. Usually when you see a cascade of rocks coming down the side of the mountain like that, you're going to end up with a rough ride. Now the rough ride is just from erosion and wind exposing the rocks. Just take it slow. Pretty good sized puddle to the left. No way around it, really. Hate to go off the road, but it's no problem. The mud puddles are rarely very deep. The bottoms are usually rocky. Although we did hit one spot on Tin Cup Pass that was deep, deep mud. As a matter of fact, the car in front of us actually got stuck in the middle of the mud hole. Had to use a winch to pull him out. Old Clarence here, boy, he just chugged right on through without a problem. You can see that in another video on our journey over Tin Cup Pass. Sure is a nice day for exploring the back roads of Colorado. Beautiful with those mountains. That big one rising right in front of us, kind of tapering off to the left, framed by the aspens. Whoa, this spot is pretty rough here. I'll probably say this a few more times during the video, but that looks like the roughest spot we've had so far. Choice here. Do I go straight over the rocks or ease to the left? Straight over the rocks and to the left. Oh, look at those aspens, man, a whole mountainside. Usually I come out here in the spring, late spring, summer. But this year and the year before and next year, I'm going to come out in the fall again. Now this is mid-November. And snow hasn't quite come yet. Big old exposed boulder, but enough room to ease our way around. Trail's getting rockier. I don't know if we're going to see many more smooth spots like we had in the beginning. At this point, it's easy to tell why we chose to call this section a... Whoa, look out for that tree. Oh, Okay, folks, we just stopped for a break here. Now we're going to back up. Oh, it was a sharp turn is what slowed us down there. Yeah, we're going to clear that tree. Head downhill some more. As I started to say, you can see why we called this section the rough road to Ouray. We had driven Engineer Pass in both directions, starting at Animas Forks, ending up in Lake City, and then coming back, and then found this road. And Clarence loves to explore. Road narrows, hopefully we won't have traffic coming from the other direction. Although when we do encounter that, everybody's pretty cooperative. Either they'll find a spot they can move off to the side, sometimes they have to back up, sometimes we have to back up, but I've never run into a spot where it's actually been a problem. Keep heading downhill, and the rocks seem to be getting more plentiful and a bit larger. Okay, now I'll say it again. That was the roughest spot. I have a feeling there's going to be even rougher spots coming up. The winter takes a toll on these roads. Water runoff and erosion, rain, snow, freezing, thawing. That action just exposes rocks and makes ruts. But that's what makes the roads fun. And sometimes challenging. We drove over Animas Pass not too long ago. And that one was challenging in that it actually had some ledges that you had to negotiate. Again, we just went cautious, took our time. At one time, actually got out of the Jeep and searched for the best line to take. But it wasn't a problem. Animas was a long, long ride. We took it all the way over to Telluride. And on that particular day, we came back over Ouray Pass, which was the third time we had been on that pass. Having to take our time. See a road down off to the right, quite a ways below us. So my suspicion is we're going to have another switchback here in a few minutes. There it is. That's a sharp switchback. So let's see, do we go high? Do we go low? Do we stay in the middle? It's pretty rutted on the right. Looks like staying to the left is going to be the best choice. And it looks like we're going to stop, back up. too sharp, even for a sharp wheelbase Jeep. Know exactly what elevation we were at after we left Engineer Pass and turned onto this road. And I don't know what the elevation is when we finally exit near Ouray, but we continue to lose altitude almost consistently. Narrow, rocky road. Some little bluffs over onto the right. And we head back into the aspens. The road's not smooth, but it's kind of level here. It's wide enough that we have a choice as to what line we choose to get past those rock outcroppings. Way around this. Solid exposed bedrock. Once again, back into the aspens. A few less boulders than we had just minutes ago. You can see quite a bit of aspen leaves scattered on the side of the road. Winter's coming. Probably another week or so, week and a half. All these leaves will be down. You lose the bright yellow and gold hues, but you gain a little bit better view. We're nearing the end of part 2 of the 4-part series, Clarence the Jeep, Rough Road to Ouray. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you saw the first part, and I hope you'll watch the 3rd and 4th parts as well. Now be sure to subscribe to the channel, Clarence the Jeep. Like our video and then hit the little bell. That way you'll know whenever we post a new video. You'll be made aware of it. One more big old rocky spot before we get to the end of this part 2. You can search Clarence the Jeep for his many adventures out in Colorado. Yeah, looks like we'll finish that section of exposed boulders. Part 2 has been fun. We'll see you in part 3. Rough Road to Ouray, Clarence the Jeep.